Good evening.
Good evening, Martin.
How's it going, Alex?
It's going very fine, thank you.
And happy 2017.
High five.
High five. Good to see you again. How's everything going? Yeah.
But it's good. We are about to launch this radio show, focusing on our Hologram Show.
To be more specific, the Copenhagen massive Hologram Show, Iboga show, which is right around the corner.
Yes, it's the visible, like the moon right now is 64% visible, and on the 11th of February it will be full moon.
Oh, to make it extra special.
So we are getting closer.
So since it's the special vibe going on, we thought it was about time to do a show specially dedicated with the artists who will be performing at this Hologram show. And starting up this magical journey tonight, we have Captain Hook doing a remix of a very legendary track. And would you like to say more about the track?
Yeah, it was a track that was back in the days, 70 years ago, in the year of 2000, released on Tryptamen CD.
Yeah.
And it also came out on vinyl. And it's written and produced by Sascha Haske and Christian Frank, and was co-produced by Fabio Fusco.
Ooh.
Yeah. And now this remix from Captain Hook.
Yeah. It's very magical. For those of you who experienced the Hologram show at the Boom Festival, you will probably have heard this in the set. So without further ado, let's dive into the Erdbeerkiwi track, right?
Erdbeerkiwi.
Cool.
I'm sure that Mr. Reshev was very happy to see that he could get the files for this tracks. And I'm sure he's doing this remix because it's one of his favorites. No, don't you think so?
Definitely, without a doubt. And it seems like there's a recurring thing going on at the moment amongst a lot of the top producers at Iboga. They're going back. They're going back to the roots. They're getting this whatever influenced them from way back in the day, and they're making their own versions of it, which I think is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
So, and a big shout out to Reshev for doing what he's doing, because I believe he's really onto a very, very interesting path, which isn't all about just banging kicks and bass, but about a really good story in the tracks. So, yeah, amazing work. I really think so. Can you remember when the first time was that you heard this track?
The original?
Yeah.
Yes. I can, because I remember I bought Tryptamin in the old record store called Loud.
Yeah.
Remember putting it on. This was the first track.
Yeah, right.
And I still have the CD. It's not in a good shape. I think there's actually a recorded demo in it instead right now. But I still have the envelope.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
Just a massively vibing track. I mean, it's got so much feeling to it, and something which has gotten lost in a lot of today's music out there.
Yes.
But it's good to see a strong remix as well, keeping true to the original, but also putting the production to the next level and putting his own taste to it.
Yeah.
It's good. The next track we're going to listen to is also a remix by Captain Hook. It is a really massive track. One of my old favorites, the original I'm talking about now. It can be found on an album called Rebirth. Yes, it's the Ace Ventura and Liquid Soul track called Psychic Experience.
Yeah, and we actually launched a campaign where you could buy this Rebirth album. Again, it was together with the Paradise Engineering.
Yeah.
And people had the possibility to get the old Rebirth album, and I guess that made some waves out there. And
yeah, for sure. That reminds me also, because something else that you could get from the Pledge Music campaign was a hoodie, and now you have the possibility to buy some really, really cool merchandise and hoodies on the
Iboga web shop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now, and I'm actually currently wearing one of the Iboga Radio hoodies. Ooh. Sits like a glove. It's snug and it goes nice.
Why don't I have that one?
we will talk to Rosa. Did you see what happened here?
Okay. Let's listen to the music.
Let's do it. Okay.
Okay, yeah. You like this?
I really do like this.
Good.
Again, production is great. It's got this future but also past kind of styles mixed together.
Kept the right sounds.
Yeah, man.
And it came out the 13th of January, so it's already out.
It's already out, get out there, get to the stores and buy it and listen and enjoy,
and
right?
Learn.
And learn. a perfectly executed remix, if you ask me. Beautiful, deep, not so stressed as a lot of the music out there these days. Still super danceable. I mean, it's amazing.
Yes, and the next thing you can hear from Ace Ventura is also a remix. It's Ace Ventura and Ritmo, a Shanti Dedra remix. It's called Biological Computer, and it will be released in the end of February. Yes. And now we will grab the jungle drums, right, Martin?
Yes, and well, you might have heard of these artists because they're not doing so bad. I mean, they're doing kind of good.
Yeah.
Currently number one.
Did we play them before?
We might have played a couple of tracks, one or two, maybe. They're currently number one on the Beatport Psytrance charts. with their track together with none other than Armin van Buuren and Highlight Tribe. We're talking about Vini Vici, and we're talking about a brand new track that they're doing in collaboration with another huge legend and massive inspiration to me, Pixel. So these two guys, last time they collaborated was with Anything and Everything, which was a huge hit as well. And now they've come together to create this track called Flashback. And it is exactly what the title says. It's a flashback. It's an ode to the old times, to... I forgot the name of the label.
Pixel, Flashback, for me, one of the first that I really started to dig in as well. So they took an old, good, strong guy with them by their side and created this, and you haven't heard it before.
And it is an exclusive, therefore, and enjoy. So also speaking of the Hologram show that we will all be going to, this is of course made in collaboration with FM Bookings.
Yeah, it couldn't be possible without FM Bookings.
Yeah, so a big shout out to you guys too, and thanks for also generating or making this happen together with us. This is fantastic stuff. Monster track.
Yeah,
it's so good. I saw the preview of this on Facebook actually, from the Vini Vici Facebook page, and apparently I don't know who it was. It was sitting in a hotel, I think it was in Brazil, and was sitting and working from a laptop and doing the last touches to this track. So it goes to prove that it's not always necessary to have the biggest, baddest studio to be able to execute some world-class music. You can also do it on a laptop while traveling.
Yeah, and this is a show about going back 20 years back, and I can go back to 2013 only.
Yeah.
But Vini Vici has still released 11 releases.
Yeah, on Iboga, and then you have like before them with their Sesso Senso project, and I mean they have been,
and that is including albums and EPs.
Yeah,
heaps of
tracks coming as well. I'm loving this style. I'm so into it. It is so good. I'm a lot at a loss for words. Let's just go back to the track. got it all. I mean, it's got all the best from the modern sound, and it's different. It's so different to the other tracks that they've been doing lately as well. I'm sure also that this is because of the fact that the two of those guys, or the three of them, are producing this track together. I mean, Pixel and Vici. But yeah, it's super interesting, this new hybrid of the old and the new.
Very analog also.
Very analog and minimalistic, but still super powerful. It's got it all, if you ask me, man. So this is a hit. This is a hit for sure. And if you want more information about this track, I think it would be a good idea to go and keep yourself updated with the Vici SoundCloud page and also the Pixel SoundCloud and their Facebook pages as well for more information about the release. So yeah, and I'm really looking forward to see their set also at the Hologram Show. It's gonna be massive, without a doubt.
Let's stand in the center front together.
Center front with banners and like glow sticks, and I'm gonna put on like my buffaloes and my UV hair, like
He's just kidding. And now.
Oh, what's this? Are we playing another unreleased track? How can we do that? This is how we roll. That's right. We are now going to listen to
Altern8 Patterns by Ace Ventura.
This is a world exclusive again, and we're very happy to be able to play this track. It is something new, and it is a solo release by Ace, which is also something that I have been looking forward to for a good while. I know he's currently working a lot on his side project together with Asterix. Alpha Portal, but good to see him back on the progressive wheel again, Radar.
Which is also very good music. And they just put out some nice sets as well. I think you guys should listen to them as well.
All right, let's get to it.
So if you had in mind that you would arrive to this party on the 11th of February and staying in Copenhagen, you should consider to go to the Sofa Beats.
The 10th of February.
On the 10th.
On the 10th, yeah. But actually, that's true. I mean, I know a lot of people who are coming will be arriving on a Friday and really got ants on their pants for some parties. But keep it true to the source. Let's make an Iboga weekend. That's what we can do, actually. And you have the Friday planned out with something special, right?
Yeah, I planned it out with Boy de Bajan, with Erod, that had a few releases on Iboga as well.
Also a killer remix to Ace Ventura, by the way, just saying.
Me, myself, there is Itai Berger, Kukanda Blagan, coming from Barcelona.
Amazing.
And then we have Dysfunctional Disco and Nosfer. And to go way back, we called in Oliver Jones. Oliver Jones released back in 2007 on Iboga Records as well. It's actually Oliver from Reefer Degree.
Yeah.
doing a more down-tempo project. Yeah.
Down-tempo and also with some live instrumentalists
live.
playing.
It's more jazzy, trancey house.
Yeah, it's gonna be really exciting for sure. And apparently there's also some news about that if you do have a ticket for the Hologram Show,
that's right,
on Saturday, then it means that you are entitled to free admission on Friday. Is that right?
That is right, correct. Free entrance for everybody with a ticket for the Hologram Show.
That's absolutely fantastic news.
Yeah. And the bar prices are friendly. I'm friendly. Everybody's friendly.
I'm gonna be really upset generally on that day, just to be it. No, but to get back to it, and where will we go? Where is
we
this
will
located?
go to the venue. It's an old water pumping station called Pumpehuset.
Okay.
Yeah. Magical location venue in Copenhagen. Beautiful setup. Old factory in the epicenter of Copenhagen. It's worth a try, not just to go for the party, but actually go to see something very different that we can show in Copenhagen.
Definitely, and it's not that often that we have such a strong gathering of more down-tempo Iboga artists as well. So this is, hands down, I know that at least like 80% of my friends, and there's a lot of guys coming for the Iboga Hologram Show. They're coming on the Friday, and they're coming to join us at your event. So that's really exciting.
I'm happy for that. And remember, there is also a after party, but we can speak more about that.
Let's do that. Let's talk about that later. Massive tune by Ace. Well done. You are a gentleman and a squire. I do believe the last time you were in Copenhagen was at the Area 55 party, and it was an incredible event last year. And also, the set itself was just amazing. And that's one of those things that you definitely want to go to see the Hologram Show, to catch Ace, to catch one of his sets. They are incredible. He did it again. The last one I saw, one of the most recent ones, was at Rainbow Serpent.
Where we actually did interview with Joni.
And a Hologram show. And a Hologram show. Yeah. And it was incredible.
That's 1 year ago.
Yeah, it is.
Man, time flies.
Time flies.
And I'm flying as well.
Yeah. Nice work. And we got really excited before Alex and I were just looking at each other. We were looking at the next track that was going to play, and we both were completely excited because what's going to happen now? It's competition time.
Yeah, contest.
It's been a while since we've made a competition or a contest, and basically the winner of this competition gets to give this track a name. How badass is that, ladies and gentlemen? You want to be in on this? You need to write in the comment section on SoundCloud or write on the Iboga Facebook page and make a little note that it's for the Iboga Hologram show in Copenhagen, and it's for naming the Gaudium track. So now we basically know who has made the artist as well too. So Andreas has been on a roll. He's been whooping ass with so many different tracks. The latest bomb he made, which is currently on Beatport, is his remix to Ace Ventura. And it's an amazing remix he's got going. We played it in the last show, and now we have this new ultimate Viking fighting competition.
It's so funny. What are these guys shouting about up there?
Yeah, man, it don't matter.
So you have Vikings, you have elephants, you have everything to work with out there.
Basically, it's a pretty serious track.
Yeah,
it's pretty serious. But Andreas, you're a legend. Everything he's touching is turning to gold these days. Let's just get straight to that track, man. Let's get right to the drop.
Big compliment for the master, Martin.
Thank you,
the master, right?
Yeah, definitely. And he's a killer guy to work with, Andreas. We have similar ears, but and wow. I mean, I don't have to do anything. I just have to turn it up, honestly, and it sounds like this.
Okay, but beside that, the percussion side on this, the drums,
it's huge,
top notch.
It's huge. That is a hit. I mean, that's a hit. I said it, he's on fire, and he definitely is. Andreas, who was working, like, got a 40, 50 hour regular job next to producing so much music, next to traveling all over the world pretty much every weekend. I don't know how you do it, buddy, but you do it, and basically you do it just like your music, man. It's hardcore and it's in your face. Nice one. Amazing track, nice one, Andreas, otherwise known as Gaudium, with a track that you guys out there have the privilege to be able to name. Moving on to the next artists that I'm really looking forward to see also. Of course, Gaudium is gonna knock him dead, that's for sure. But so are these guys, and they have also been there since back in the day, since before 20 years. They've been making, I think it's soon 25 years, right? They've been producing music.
95 maybe, 96.
We are, of course, talking about GMS. So
that you might know as the Growling Mad Scientists.
Exactly. Here we actually also have a track which currently has no name. That's because it's directly out of the studio oven. And there's not going to be a competition for this one, unfortunately. But not to dance around the elephant in the room, but many of you might have seen some posts on Facebook about going to save Bansi. And we here at the Iboga Radio Show also believe in the same cause. Basically, we would like you and encourage you to go into the GoFundMe site and read a little bit more about why that Bansi currently needs your help. So without further ado, let's get back to the wonderful music that he creates together with his partner Rictum in this killer project called GMS. This is a new track and definitely will be played at the Iboga Hologram Show. Yeah, forever.
Yeah, and the 17th of February, this Funky Time that we played in our last show.
Yeah, for sure.
By Rita Manbansi is coming out.
Wicked.
So that's
something to look forward to.
That's in a month.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the signature sound of these legends, GMS. I mean, I was talking with Milos from Sideform, who also was like very heavily inspired by them, as far as I can remember from back in the day. I mean, who hasn't been inspired by them, and who hasn't seen them? I mean, I know I've seen them at least 3 or 4 times here in Copenhagen, at least minimum, probably 6 or 7 or 8 times.
Let me say it like this: if you only know juice as a thing you drink, you're wrong.
Yeah. So, what a track! What a cool thing to see them do some progressive and still keep their identity, which is, in my eyes, so vital and well respected as an artist to be able to do that. Yeah. Next up are some legends, otherwise going under their civil names as Philip and Frederick. Some hilarious 2 Malmö Skånsk Swedes who kind of also make a couple of tracks once in a while.
Yeah, we had Philip in the studio in the previous show. He is now a dad. He became dad.
Huzzah's on order. Huzzah! Huzzah!
10 days after the show. Yeah. Congratulations.
It's so good
Philip.
to see the pictures of on Sarah and on Philip's Facebook and Instagram with the baby. So yes.
And this track was a track that we didn't give any attention yet, but it's also on the album.
Mirage.
On Mirage.
Yes. And it is a track written in collaboration with a good Serbian friend called Nikola, aka Zyce. And the track is called Violent Serenity. And
you know what? Let's give them all of it.
Beautiful track by Ticon and Zyce. It is a magic trip for sure.
And maybe we will hear it in Öxnehaven, no?
Yeah, I think so, don't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I think so too. So from one Ticon track to the next, this track was a collaboration that we, and by we I mean Michael Bonnell and myself, had the pleasure of pulling off together with the Ticon guys.
So this is MVMB track?
MVMB track, yeah, sure. And a track that was on our album that was released last year. And actually, this is one of my favorite tracks in my set. There's just something about it, that vibe in the break. It's this Eastern kind of. We've got a vocal from Dune also in there, which is also the reason why the track is called. The album is called "The Sleeper Is Awakened."
Okay.
Yeah, and "The Sleeper Must Awaken," and yeah. So this track is called Something Sleeps Inside Us. Let's just get to it. And this is another track where you just can lean back and
feel like an alien.
Feel like an alien.
something sleeps inside me, Martin. And it was
how you doing?
It was the more darker one we had today, right? Now we will take it up. So thank you for that tune. Listen to this.
Our pleasure.
It's lighter.
It's deep. This is a deep track, and it's made by one of the artists that I know a lot of people are really looking forward to see. Yeah. It's his debut at the Hologram Show. It's my good friend Phaxe, and
it's a classic original track we're playing now.
Yes, it is indeed. It's
Historia.
Recently been remixed by Omiki, but for the benefit of this show
and Jacob.
Jacob remixed Disturbed.
Yes.
Yeah. But that was together on the same EP. But for the benefit of this show and for the benefit of basically playing something that I know that Kevin will be playing and that people will be wanting to hear at the Hologram Show, it's a beautiful masterpiece called Historia. And let's talk a little bit more about it in a few minutes.
It's in the stories that we say, like someone's waiting to be told. The act encompasses the play. We watch the scenes we live unfold.
Kevin is currently working on a remix to Liquid Soul, and I know that he's currently working on a bunch of new material.
He's in Brazil now, no?
He's currently in Brazil, and he is also currently in the process of moving his studio. So he just has like a couple of months where he will be organizing and fixing and getting a new place. So super exciting stuff.
Recharging the batteries.
Totally recharging the batteries. We're looking forward to grab an interview with him, hopefully soon as well. And catch up with him and see what's been going on. And well, let's get to it.
The act encompasses the play. We watch the scenes we live unfold. It's in the stories that we say,
And this is how you use a vocal.
This is how you tell a story. This is how and why that Kevin is the legend that he is. I mean, he's an amazing artist. Every track has this unique, wonderful story. He's a great storyteller. Let's just say it like it is. And beautiful track. Next up with him is going to be a release together with Morten Granau called Lost, which will be out on our fellow label called 432, also a Copenhagen label and good friends of ours. And well, that sort of brings us to the final track of the
next story.
Yeah.
Because these two guys are also very good at telling a story. I heard this track for the first time Saturday after eating 15 oysters. Michael pulled his demo out of the pants and said, "Alex, listen to this." So serious.
So with the smell of aphrodisiacs in the room, he subtly just lit a candlelight and put this track on for you. And I bet you were surprised. I bet you were surprised. And when I heard this one, I did not expect to hear this. It is a really, really genuinely rich track and deep track as well.
Yeah, it's Phony Orphants. So it's Emok and Jeppe.
Shout out to you, Jeppe. You're a gentleman and a squire also, a frequent visitor to the studio, and always bringing with him a couple of beers and some good stories and anecdotes. So, wow. I mean, if you're not convinced yet to get to the Hologram Show, then I don't know what to do, really.
Well, you should go, first of all, you should go to beatbase.com. There you'll find the ticket. And after that, you find a plane ticket to Copenhagen.
Yeah. Or train. Train is also good.
Train.
Or you take some of the buses that have been arranged also. I heard that there was a bus arranged up from Göteborg that's coming to Copenhagen. There probably is a bunch of other buses coming here.
Og hvis du bor i København, så går du bare til din gåben og gå ned til festen, fordi så ved du også, så kommer du også hjem igen. Ikke?
Ja, det er lige tæt på hovedbanen, så hvad fanden altså. Der er ingen undskyldninger, det er bare kom. Det er bare
lige præcis.
Kom glad, kom
Vi glæder os til at se jer.
Yes. And to all of our listeners out there, this was another pleasure doing a radio show together with you, Alex. And if you want more information about the artists or about us, then please go in on the Iboga Facebook page. Find us on SoundCloud, on YouTube. We will also be on iTunes if that tickles your fancy. But pleasure has been ours. And we will leave you in the comfortable hands of Phony Orphants with the track called Recycle.
So,
is this goodbye?
Not yet. To me like a handsome jam session, no?
Yeah, I heard that originally that the melody was played by Jeppe on panpipe, but that Michael decided that it should be with a 101. No, just kidding. But shout out to Jeppe a lot, who's currently been in the studio quite a few times and does some session on some house music that he's working on. So he's still in the game. He's just developing his house sound, that's for sure. Yeah, rich track, isn't it?
Wow. So good.
Deep.
That was very naughty of you saying that, Martin. Yeah. So remember to name the Gaudium track.
Super important. You have the opportunity of a lifetime to get something that you have figured out at home that you can relate to, that you think will fit the Gaudium track. This awesome Nordic Viking skull bashing, dance floor destroying track. So give it a name and don't be shy. Put it in the comments in our Soundcloud page, which will probably require you to use a computer, PC or Mac to log in to SoundCloud and write a comment, or do yourself a favor and just go to our Iboga Facebook page and then just relate to the fact that it's the Iboga Radio Show and that it's the name for a Gaudium track and let it spin. And let's get your name out there on the coming Gaudium release.
The track playing in the background is Phony Orphants Recycle. My name is Alexander Descroix, and you?
Martin Weiss.
See you at the Hologram Show.